welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Brittany and I'm on a mission to hit subscribers, so make sure you click that button down below. I would appreciate it. We have a quick video. This is why I'm in this position. I think it was about 2 videos ago I posted me doing hats, so we are switching from hats back to t-shirts. Technically it's the sweaters or hoodies, whatever you guys want to call them. So we need to go ahead and change out our brackets. This is a customer who I've done polo shirts for, but if you have seen it in the weather lately, Florida has hit a cold spell. And typically when that happens, that's when I have those repeating customers reaching out saying, oh, hey, we need sweaters now. So it's a very small order. I think it's like 4 sweaters. We're just gonna add the company name, and then they wanna add the employees' names as well. So we're gonna go ahead and work on that. I need to move this. We need to move you. Get out of my way. When you are putting back on your brackets, if you actually go to your needle setting, I can show you in a second, and you just like hit a needle, this whole thing will just move out of your way. It's so convenient, especially when you're putting on your brackets, whether it's your hats or your bars, whatever. Also too, I typically try not to tighten it down all the way until I put my hoop frame on as well, just because, you know, you can have your brackets facing all different angles. So what I'll do is I'll just kind of like grab a bracket, doesn't really matter. I'll kind of put her into position. And then, hold on, I did tighten this one down a little too much. So see how I said you need to like fix all this? So now that this is kind of loose, oh, I don't know if you saw that. I just kind of like shifted it into place. It still needs to get adjusted just a little bit, and then you can tighten your brackets. So again, I'll just kind of hit them both from the side, and now I need to remove it from my thumbnail, my thumb. And then we can tighten her down. Okay. And then if you notice, like I said, in order to tighten this is in the way. So if you just go to your needle setting, and now I'm just gonna like move her to 2. She's gonna move, and now she'll be out of my way. So if you guys did not know that, it's very, very helpful. So what we're gonna do now is unlock our machine. This is the last image I did. I didn't even film it. I've done so many of these designs, it's unnecessary to keep filming. So I'm gonna go to File. I'm gonna look for my design, which is this. Hit OK. Hit Design Set, because we gotta change our hoop. We're gonna do our 5.25, which I know is on my C. She's just gonna move into position. And then from here, we're gonna do black. So it's gonna be my 14 for both. Hit OK. My speed right now for my last job was set to 590. We can go ahead and bump her up to 740. And as you can see, this is a very small stitch, 4,630. So that is how we're gonna get our machine set up. Now from here, we have our bag of t-shirts. I had her supply them just because it was easier. They wanted different colors and everything like that. So I said, perfect. She got them from Hobby Lobby, if you could not tell by the bag. And we are gonna use our 5.25, like I mentioned, as well as our handy dandy left chest device. I do have a well, it's not a discount, but it's free shipping. Who loves free shipping? This girl. So use my discount. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. I do see you guys. And we're just gonna go ahead, put her into frame. I think all these are on the small side. So when it comes to like smaller, I typically do like extra small, small, and large. I will leave it on my number 7. So you can see that, like here, I'll leave it on my 7. If it's 2XL and up, I will pull this up. It's kind of hard one-handed. And you can just move her on over. Typically I'll move her to 8. So in case you're curious as well on your exact placement. And then as you can see, left chest, right chest. This board is amazing. She's expensive, she really is. But she's worth your investment if you do a lot of left chest, which as you can tell on this channel, I do a lot of left chest. So she has paid off tremendously. And a lot of people will also ask, how do you get it in the exact placement with every other, or with every design? I'll be honest, maybe you know something different. I don't. I mean, ideally it's left chest side, but to get it at the exact same spot every single time, like, now I think it's just not happening. It's really not. So, and I don't really think that people are going to be taking the products you deliver to them and like lining them up side by side and be like, oh my God, it's off by like 0.25. Like, they're not gonna do that. So don't stress about stuff like that. At the end of the day, they're just making sure that the logo is done clean, it's done right, and it looks good. And obviously that's what you want, because it creates repetitive business. So I am just gonna use my cutaway backing. I am only using one. My whites are a little bit thicker than my blacks when it comes to my pre-cuts. I mentioned this before, but I just figured I'll throw that comment out. So we're just gonna go ahead, place her up here. And what I'm basically going to do is, because the left chest is the exact same, I'm just gonna go ahead and run all of those, and then we're gonna go back, have to customize it with each individual name. Every name has, or every color has a different name, is what I'm trying to get at. Okay, I should probably check my bobbin, but it's fine. If she stops mid-project, I'll just deal with it then. And then let's go ahead and frame her on out. She looks good. Awesome. And we're just gonna hit go. And while this is going, I'm gonna go ahead and hoop my other, because I do have 2 of these 5.25s, which is another big thing that I absolutely love, because again, I do a lot of these. Machine just stopped. Oh, okay. I was trying to figure out, looks like the thread just kind of popped off. You can definitely see it here. So I always use these tweezers, these needle nose tweezers. They are amazing. So I'm just gonna, I don't even know if it's focusing, guys, sorry. But see, it's getting all like tangled up here. So let's go ahead. No, this is so hard, one-hand it. Okay. I was trying to show you up close, but I'm struggling. What are we doing? All right. Okay, and then we just have to put her down here. Come on. All right, you gotta cut the string, because for some reason it is giving me a really hard time. Go here. So unfortunately, sometimes this does happen. Why? Not a clue. All we're gonna do is just make sure you put it behind this little metal bracket. I don't even know if you can see that. You see this like metal bracket, you have to put the thread behind that. Truthfully, I actually never knew that until I had a Ricoma rep come out, and he was like, ma'am. I'm like, what? I don't, sir? I'm new to this, what do I know? But also make sure you do cut your thread at an angle. Amazing. Also, I'm gonna hit the scissor button And it's just gonna go ahead and cut off like this loose excess thread for me. And then I do have to back up the image because as you can see, it did start running on the end. So we're gonna hit stop. Gonna back it up, hit stop again. You have to reset and then hit go. So now it can set you up at a distance. So after we did all that, everything came out super clean. Looks great. It looks like I have maybe just a hair. I gotta probably just hit with a lighter. And then because I already hooped the next one, we just go. And then basically what I will do is once this one is going, I'm going to cut out the stabilizer and then we'll hoop our third sweater and we just keep going. You do not have to frame, if you're doing the same image over and over and over again, truthfully, you do not have to frame it out every single time. You really just need to frame it out if you feel that it could potentially be in an off position, because when you are hooping the shirt, maybe you didn't like pull it down enough or it sat too high or whatever, so you can adjust it. Hopefully that makes any sense, but if not, I'll show you over here in a second. So, hold on, I'm gonna stop that just so I can talk. So basically what I was trying to explain is we're gonna grab a stabilizer. Actually, I have one right here. I don't know what I'm doing. But with your bracket, you do have these number or letters like A through I. I always try to leave it at like a C. Again, it's gonna be based off of the type of shirt you're working with, whether it's like a deep V-neck, whether it's a high. So these letters are definitely gonna help you in order to like know exactly where each one sits. Again, so you're not gonna get it like on the nose identical to every single product, but that's a way that you can at least get it as close as possible. But what I was just explaining, ew, right, Hobby Lobby? We don't need your peach fuzz on clients' products. So here's what I was just explaining. If you see when I pull it down, I'm almost all the way to the E, right? So like if I didn't catch that when I'm hooping, I can always just correct it like over on my machine right here and just, you know, make it go up or higher. But since I do pay attention to this a lot, I will like pull the sweater up to the numbers or to the, I say number, whatever, to the letter C. So then I can kind of remember it's going to be in the exact same positioning, just as an FYI. So that's kind of what I just meant. And then I will hold the sleeves out just to make sure we are kind of like centered, you know. I'm gonna flip the little strings out of the way and then boom, done. Let me get her back up and running. See, I stopped for you guys. That was so nice of me. This one, look how cute that is. I like the black against the pink. That's adorable. And this one ran straight through, which is awesome. So I've gone ahead, I'm actually running the last sweater right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and start hooping the ones I've completed with just the company's name with the employee's name, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So like I mentioned before, we're gonna take our hoop, we're just gonna shift her on over to our right hand side. Same concept, same backing, nothing's really changing there. While everything was running, I was creating the names, so that was efficient and good. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna show you how, because the problem is that you can't always get it exactly. Actually, yeah, let's just do this one, it's fine. I have to remember what size this is for the name it belongs to. So what I do is, oh crap, I don't have my tape in here. All right, we're gonna BRB. So for this, I actually use painter's tape. And if you guys have another method, feel free to leave it down below. But the way I do it, and I've found it to be fine, is I'll put the image straight down. I'll take my painter's tape, and then maybe I'll bring you in a little closer. There you go. Oh, come on now, don't be drunk. It's late, but it ain't that late. I just take this and I'm gonna stick it just like that. And honestly, that's how I find the other side, and just to kind of line it up a little bit. So that's what we're gonna do. And then from here, same concept is I'll just go ahead, stick this on. We're gonna find the C. There we go. Don't mind my late night snack. When I was actually running this one, I ran out of bobbin. I just didn't film it because who wants to see that? So I have a little bit of white that kind of got exposed on the M, but she's fine, she's cute. I was originally thinking I should have done this in white, but that's not what they wanted. They wanted black, so it still came out really good. I like it. Anyways, the last clip you saw, I was showing you how I find the opposite side. And we're gonna go ahead and work that now. Oh, also, I put the names on my flash drive. Oh, what did I tell you guys? I told you I gotta make sure I put the right name. Where's my phone? We're not filming with my phone. Where is my phone? Okay, phone was in the kitchen. What size? Also, don't mind my little snacky. We are small. Small is small. Small pink. Is that small pink, Courtney? Is this a medium? Yes. Okay. I was just making sure. Never know. So, what did I say? Courtney? Courtney. Courtney. Small. Oh my God. How many times could I have said that damn name? Courtney. And then we're still gonna do black. Same hoop. And then what you're gonna do is when you frame it out, this is where you gotta pay attention to the tape. So let's go ahead and frame it out. I know I'm gonna have to adjust it, but I mean, I really don't. To be honest, I could probably leave that since we are, like, obviously I have lawn care underneath here. So it's not like, yeah, it'll be fine. So what I'll do is I'll remove the tape. Oh no. So much easier with two hands. Hold on. We're gonna, whoop. Okay. I'm just gonna move you out of the way now that we have you framed. And then just check, make sure nothing got snagged. Okay, underneath. And we already picked everything. Cool. That's easy, right? Now we have to just do that 3 more times. All right, great news. All the sweaters are officially done. I just took my product photo. So we have, this is the font I selected for the girls. So that's Courtney. And then we just have like Devin. Oh my goodness. Come on now. This one's Colt. And then this one's Shelby. Cute, right? I figured for the girls I would just do a cursive font rather than just a boring one. So hopefully they do like that. I did not ask for permission, but they're pretty cool. They usually don't care. So hopefully you did enjoy the video and all like the little details that I showed you in between. If you could, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next crafting project. Bye everyone.